Well, what else can you say about the career resurgence of Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira? Cut his teeth in the UFC. Late 2017, he had lost 3 of 4. Nobody was talking about him, and then he goes on to produce one of the greatest winning streaks in UFC lightweight history.
Well, he did a great job just rebuilding, refocusing, shifting the mindset from having issues at times when it got tough to getting through the tough and dominating guys. Many relied on him going back to that guy from before. That guy disappeared on that championship run. Charles Oliveira is a beast, and we will see if tonight he gets his hand raised and he proves once again why he's one of the best lightweights in the world.
Don't look for too much in terms of risk management, though. Even given what happened in the Islam Makhachev fight, Charles Oliveira is an aggressive, high-octane, offensive fighter, and that is the expectation as to what we will see here tonight. It took him just over a year on the UFC roster to realize a piece of this UFC middleweight championship. He is the last style bender, Israel Adesanya, a guy you tried to bring in to emulate John Jones back in the day.
Absolutely. You knew right away when you watch Israel fight that he has an ability to fight in so many different ways. If he's coming to play a part, he's going to play that part better than anyone else you can find. Yeah. It's because of the adaptability. It's his ability to change the way that he's fighting based on his opponent. In the Derek Brunson fight, he did a lot of kneeing because he knew Brunson was going to wrestle him. But in the fight against Kelvin Gastelum was a lot of punches and kicks because the wrestling threat was not so great. You gotta have that if you hope to compete and stay atop your division for a long time.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, here we go. Charles Oliveira, maybe the most exciting fighter, man or woman, on this roster, top to bottom. He is a finisher of the highest order, and you can be sure he will be in hot pursuit of another stoppage win here tonight. Nice leg kick there by Oliveira. Oh, looks like he's trying to set up the takedown. Here's the attempt. Adesanya gets touched by that kick there. Adesanya, you hear this crowd just eating out of his hand, oohing and on every time he advances.
I mean, he just captures your imagination. When he walks out to the entrance, when he's in the octagon, the fighting style. He just...
That's a seminal blow right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Well, we've seen a lot of different elements to his striking game tonight, especially that hook. We'll see if he sets it up again here. He has punctuated a lot of his combinations with that hook shot tonight. Just over 3 minutes to go, round 1. Oh, roundhouse kick. target. And again, for the taller fighter, making it look easy as he raises that limb up top. Oh, beautiful jab by him there, really taking advantage of what is an obvious edge and reach. Whiffs on the straight right hand. Single leg takedown is good.
Strong reversal there.
And he's back to his feet. Good sign for him there. Oh, trying to turn out the lights with that roundhouse kick, but just misses.
Come on, drop the hammer, boss, on the pass.
Oh, really good job by him there to raise the guard, DC, and block those shots coming his way.
He does a great job of blocking all impacts. He's got to try to finish here.
Oh, big left hook there. Under a minute to go. Adesanya's. How about these two going at it? Oh, and he lands another knee there, DC. He talked a lot to us about his length and his size advantage. Doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it certainly did. All right, so again, he shoots for a takedown here. Looks like he entered pretty well, but once again, not able to take the opposition down.
Just a great idea of what was in front of him by the opponent. Knew that he would have to defend multiple takedowns. To this point, he has done that, and if I'm a teacher, he's got an A+ takedown defense.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of what was a great round, DC. Got to talk about that knockdown.
What a fantastic round. He was able to set up a great shot, got the knockdown. You have to be feeling good as he walks back to the corner.
All right, let's check out some of the action from that previous round, DC, and what a display on the feet. Huge knockdown with that kick.
Yeah, he's a high-level striker. He throws these kicks to the body, he throws them low, but when he goes up top, he's very powerful, and he can end anybody's night. The toughness displayed by his opponent allowed him to stay in the fight, but he cannot take many more of those types of strikes.
All right, round two. Oh, how clean is that? Nice strike. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfectly.
Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
Man, look at Adesanya putting his words into action. I don't throw and hope, I aim and fire. The accuracy is just on a completely different level, and not surprising that he has drawn comparisons to the consensus greatest middleweight champion in UFC history, the great Anderson the Spider Silva. Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other side.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight, but we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round two, definitely picking up the pace after round one. So we got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round. Oliveira's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. And now some distance as they pull apart.
Nice uppercut.
All right, so he knocked down for him in the previous round, and you can just see by his body language how confident he is in the striking realm in this matchup.
And you can see his confidence in his posture, but also you can see the effect that knockdown had on his opponent by the way he is approaching this round.
Shot there, DC. He is officially rocked.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on skates.
Oh, now a big left hand.
Oh! Oh, nice kick.
Well, maybe he'll look to set up that hook again. Push kick there to the body. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. All right, so the big storyline in this one, his offensive prowess, particularly when it comes to landing those hooks. And I know you like to play Tony Romo. You think he goes back to it here? What?
I am almost certain that he's going to go back to that specific punch because it's landed every time he's thrown it. And as the fight has gone on, it is landing with more force, and his opponent is starting to wear down. So I will not be surprised if we see another one that ends the fight.
All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. All right, so back to the stools we go. They say defense wins championships, and he has not defended well tonight.
He isn't trying, or at least it doesn't seem like he's trying. He has got to move his head. He's trying to react when the punch is already coming, and that's not working. If he takes many more of these shots, this fight is going to be stopped due to the swelling.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Right there, his opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever.
Take it for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish.
Right side control now, deep. Oh, tight submission attempt now with the Darce.
That Darce choke is tight.
Oh, and now he gives up on the submission.
His words, I'm going to stay on this side.
Flatten him on his back there.
There it is, now he's running him out. What he has to do here is just try to stay relaxed. Big explosive actions, panicky actions are what gets you submitted a lot of times.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here.
That was nice.
Making all these shots count. All right, so some high-level stuff there on the ground, but as they make their way back to the feet, a huge response from the crowd, no surprise there.
I loved it. I loved all the grappling that was on display there, but you don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Herb Dean calls for the stand-up there. Back to the left hand now, unable to connect. Oliveira's taking aim.
Again, bro.
This is crazy round of fight.
Just misses there with the left. And that will do it!
Oh! Woo!
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. We go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 50 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
All right, so the clean knockout for Israel Adesanya.